In the words of Luke Thomas, skills win fights. So being strong and being tough and having guts is really, really important. But skills win fights at the end of the day, at the highest level. So if somebody like me is going to be successful in the path that I'm trying to create for myself, I need to be able to manage my stress and deal with my emotions, with the highs and lows that come with life, in a way that has only a positive effect on my body and my mind, my heart, long term, as opposed to allowing me to not feel the pain and the suffering that comes with the stress and the emotions for a little bit, and then having that pain be worse when it finally comes back, and then trying to get away from it and create some separation or numbness so you don't have to feel it, and then it comes back and it's worse. I can't keep doing that. I think a lot of you can probably relate to me saying that. It's like, dude, my coworker at the car wash used to always say to me when I was making shit more difficult for myself than I needed to, it's like, you don't kill yourself trying to do all that. Like, literally, you're going to kill yourself in life if you try to do this. For somebody like me, for example, I've adopted so many responsibilities over the course of my, the transition from me being a kid to me being a grown-up, from, my parents' health, trying to fix my parents' problems, to all of a sudden kind of taking on the responsibility of this whole family that went through all this crazy, shipwreck type trauma. And feeling like I'm responsible for her whole life and for this kid's whole life that's not my kid, it's not my family, but I'm trying to be there for them as if it is my family, and it's just not my responsibility. And then, I get home and I'm confronted with the reality of my parents and what they go through, and then all of a sudden we move and I work at Amazon and I'm in this weird fucking dystopian, it's like it couldn't be any more clear, at least to me, that the global enslavement of man is happening all around me, and everyone's fucking putting these cloth masks in this fucking trash can at the end of the day before they walk out, and there's masks all over the fucking parking lot, and nobody cares. Nobody's doing anything about it. Everyone's just conforming and accepting it and trying to make sure everybody else conforms because they have to. And I feel like it's somehow my responsibility to fix all this shit. My mom is in the field and I hate it. And there's nothing that I can do about it. That's her job. It's her path in life. And all I want to do is provide so that my family doesn't have to work anymore, and I don't have to work when I have kids, when I have my own family, and I can spend all my time with my kids and I can inspire people and teach yoga. But I can't do it if I feel all this responsibility for my family. It's just crushing. If I feel all this responsibility for the world, I've literally been carrying the weight of the fucking billions of people's suffering and trauma and all that bullshit that somehow I'm supposed to solve on my own. It's just not true. It's not true. It's an illusion. It's the devil. That's just not true. So you got to figure out in life what you're actually responsible for, and you got to figure out how to block out the noise, because if you don't, especially if you've been through a lot of pain in your life, you're never going to run out of distractions. And then you're never actually going to be able to learn, because it's a real skill. It's not it doesn't come easy for anybody. Maybe more easily for some people than others. But figuring out how to heal all of your trauma and how to rework your brain from a point of always being stressed out and having too many responsibilities to dealing with all that stress and those emotions and that trauma and figuring out your real responsibilities and taking care of them and releasing all of the responsibilities that aren't actually yours, you're never going to be able to do that if you're distracting yourself. And if you can't figure out a way to manage your stress and deal with your emotions without just kind of numbing yourself or distracting yourself or trying to get an escape or a separation so that you don't have to feel the pain and suffering, you have to actually figure out how to like get out of hell and create a heaven for yourself to exist in, because otherwise you're just going to live your whole life in hell, and that shit is not worth living.
Looking for someone to fly with me, get high with me, no visors, just see what my eyes see. Open my eyes, breathe me, revive me. Where I'm from, what's going on, what's happening? The gas going, the motor flowing, bitch, what's happening? Remind me where I'm from and what's happening. I did some dirt with a click. When I got clipped by myself, couldn't be lit on myself, and couldn't be y'all weak as hell. I just be worried as sales. I had to flip for myself, had to get low like the jail post. I mean, check, you didn't lose a tail, bro. I'ma skip over the hellhole. Had to vision myself, they called me at a standstill. I picked up a penny and left. I picked up the clip and the step. See you a current event, everything we in the midst of. How long you wait with a rent?